Good morning, all of you. My name is Arvind Gautam, working as assistant professor in Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College. Today, topic is we had discussed different uh, software engineering models, and today we will discuss model like evolutionary model, and we will discuss about their advantage, disadvantages, and some basic definition about what is SRS document, what is testing, and their different kinds, different types of testing. So, and so this is the video series of software engineering. And okay, so what is evolutionary model? So the evolutionary model is a combination of iterative and incremental models of the software development life cycle. So what is SDLC model, software development life cycle? We had discussed in previous lectures that SDLC model we will create the SDLC model when we develop the any kind of will create without error, and it will bug free, and the final product will meet the standards. So that we have to create the SDLC, so that with the help of SRS document, each and every uh, basic requirements about the clients or the users uh, will will be there in SRS documents. Okay, so evaluationary model is the model divides the development life cycle into smaller incremental waterfall models in which user can get access to the product at the end of each cycle, and there and this model are here: software concept, what is preliminary requirement analysis are there, design of architecture and system core are there, and develop a version, and version develop a version uh, will divide in deliver final version. It will uh, create, and another is deliver the version, list customer feedback as they are there, incorporate customer feedback are there. So this is the model of evolutionary model. uh, so we will see one by one. Feedback is provided by the users on the product for the planning stage of the next cycle, and the development team responds often by changing the what is the plan, what is the process. Okay, therefore the software product evolves with time. All the models have the disadvantages that the duration of time from the start of the project to the delivery time of a solution is very high, and the evolutionary model suggests breaking down work into a smaller chunks and prioritizing them, and then delivering those chunks to the customer one by one. Okay, and the divided part is huge and is the number of deliveries made to the customer. Okay, main advantages of evolutionary model is it is adaptability to changing requirements. Okay, early and gradual distribution, user commentary and involvement are there, improved handling of difficult projects, so that it is more beneficial. And if any system has advantages, so there are many disadvantages also are there. So evolutionary model disadvantages are communication difficulties, dependence on an expert group, increasing management complexity because the chunks are huge and very big. So management complexity are there, greater initial expenditure. As evolutionary models necessitated continual testing, user feedback, and prototyping, they may come with a greater starting cost. This may be a problem for projects that have limited funding. Funding. Okay. Next is uh, iterative enhancement model. Our software development uses a dynamic and adaptable method called the iterative enhancement model. The iterative enhancement model encourages our software products ongoing evaluation and improvement. This type of method is concentration on adaptability, flexibility, and change responsiveness. Based on that, it makes it easier for a product to evolve because it gives developers the freedom to progressively enhance the software, making sure that it complies with evolving specification, user key demand, what is the user demands and market demands. These this is the model of enhancement model, iterative enhancement model. First divided into four parts: incremental 1, incremental 2, 3, and 4. And each part have analysis, design, code, and test. So in analysis, we analyze the user requirements क्या है उनके, with the help of SRS document. In design phase, what is the architecture of the software. In coding, with technology we will use to code that software. Test, after that the all the design and coding phase are done, so we have to test that final product, so that we will ensure that the no error are there and on in the final product. Okay, before delivery to the user or client. Okay, so there are advantages and disadvantages also are there. So adaptation to what is advantages? Adaptation to changing requirements is made possible by its flexibility in accommodating modifications and improvement during each iteration. Okay, and early software iteration provide clients with functional portions of the product, facilitating prompt feedback and validations. And every iteration is put through testing and improvement, leading to higher quality product. And also disadvantages also are there in iterative enhancement model, especially in larger projects, managing several iteration at once and added complexity. Okay, because of complexity, there are many disadvantages also. Higher cost, because there are several types of iterations, so that this cost is too much high. Due to constant changes, there may be delays in documentation, making it more difficult to maintain comprehensive document. Okay. So we had discussed several types of models of software engineering. Uh, Next is SRS document. We had discussed model like SDLC model, iterative model, waterfall model, and iterative enhancement model, prototyping models. We had discussed about the SRS document. With the help of SRS document, we had discussed previously that in SRS, with the help of SRS document, the developer will develop the software product uh, uh, according to that document. In that document, user or client will मतलब उसको दे देता है, जो भी डेवलपर होते हैं उनको अपनी सारी रिक्वायरमेंट, ऑल दी रिक्वायरमेंट्स आर देयर, उसी के बिहाफ पे जो हमारा डेवलपर होता है वो डेवलप करता है सारे सॉफ्टवेयर की और कुछ if developer or if client or user want any changement or any updation, so the SRS documents also updated with with this updation, with client user updation and changement. Okay, so as far as documents, software requirement is specification is documented. There are standards called IEEE standards. इसी standards के format में all the developers will create this as document as user की requirements को देखते हुए. Okay, so as the name suggests, is a complete specification and description of requirements of the software that need to be fulfilled for the successful development of the software system. This requirement can be functional as well as non-functional depending upon the type of the requirement. What is the requirement? It is functional or non-functional. Depending on that, this will create. What is the uses of SRS document? Development team require it for developing product according to the need. Test plans are generated by testing group based on the describe external behavior. Maintenance and support staff need it to understand what the software product is supposed to do. Okay, project manager base their plans and estimates of schedule, effort and resource on it. Customer rely on it to know that product they can expect as the contract between developer and customer. Contract, what is the contract? Okay. So basically the importance of software requirement specifications are functional requirements of the system, what is the functional requirement of the system, what is non-functional requirement of the system, and what is the goal of implementation. हम क्यों बना रहे हैं वो software. Okay. So functional requirements, what is functional requirement? The system is taken into account to perform a group of high level functions. The functions view of the system is shown in the below diagram. Each functional FI of the system can be considered as a transformation of a set of input data allied to the corresponding set of output knowledge OI. The user will get some purposeful piece of labor done employing a high level operation. So these are the input I1, I2, I3, IN and FI is a high level function will create the output. Okay, O3, O1 and O3, these are the output. What is non-functional requirements? Non-functional necessities accommodate the characteristics of the system which may not be expressed as functions, like the maintainability of the system, mobility of the system, the usability of the system, etc. जैसे कि reliability issues हमें आ रही है तो नॉन फंक्शनल रिक्वायरमेंट होगी. एक्यूरेसी ऑफ द रिजल्ट्स क्या है, ह्यूमन कंप्यूटर इंटरफेस इश्यूज, constraint on the system implementation, etc. What is the goal of implementation? The goal of implementation part documents are general suggestion relating to development. These suggestions guide trade-off among style goals. First is the goals of the implementation section would possibly document problems like versions to a system functionality that will needed within the future, new devices to be supported within the future, reusability problems and all etc. These are the things that the developers would possibly retain their mind throughout development in order that the developed system may meet some aspects that don't seem to be needed straight away. And what is the characteristics of good SRS? That will be correctness. Characteristics are there. Completeness, it will be complete होना चाहिए, सही होना चाहिए, consistency होनी चाहिए इसकी. Requirements in SRS are said to be consistent if there are no conflicts between any set of Requirements examples of conflict include differences in terminology used at separate places, logical conflicts like time period of report generation. Unambiguousness होनी चाहिए. SRS is said to be unambiguous if all the requirements stated have only one interruption. Some of the ways to prevent unambiguousness include the use of modeling techniques like ER diagram, proper reviews, and body checks, etc. And another is ranking for importance and stability, modification. We can easily modify that as far as verifiability are there, traceability are there, design independence are there, testability as they are understandable by the customer. Customer can understand very easily, and end user may an expert in a specific domain but might not be an expert in computer science, and the use of formal notations and symbols should be avoided to such as most extent as possible. The language should be kept easy and clear. So these are the some basic characteristics of good software requirement specification. These are the IEEE SRS template. What is the template? These are the template. Table of contents are there. Revision history, introduction may include purpose, document, conventions, kya intended audience and reading suggestions, product scope, references, overall descriptions are there, external interface requirements are there, system features are there, other non-functional requirements are there, other requirements we have to create in the appendix A, B, C. These are the basic SRS template, IEEE SRS templates. If any SRS documents are created in this format, so we can say that this SRS document is a good SRS document. Okay, next is software quality assurance. What is software quality assurance? In software quality assurance is a process which ensures that developed software meets and complies with defined or standardized quality specification. Means वो means the ensures software quality assurance ensures that जो सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलप हुआ है वो कंप्लाई करता है जो भी डिफाइंड स्टैंडर्ड्स हैं उसके स्पेसिफिकेशंस को. दीज क्वालिटी स्टैंडर्ड्स कुड बी ISO फॉर्मेट 9000 में हो सकता है, SEI, CMM मॉडल etc. अगर इस स्टैंडर्ड में डेवलप है हमारा तो वी कैन से दैट दिस क्वालिटी this ensures that the product are developed in standard model. This software quality assurance incorporates all software development process starting from defining requirements to coding until release. The prime goal is to ensure quality. If quality are not good, so the product is not good, so it will not popular in the market. Software quality assurance plan comprises of the procedures, techniques and tools. What is the procedures, what we are going to develop that product with which type of techniques, and what is the tools that are employed to make sure that a product or service aligns with the requirements defined in the SRS document requirement specification. The plan identifies the SQA responsibility of a team, lists the areas that need to be reviewed and audited. Okay, software quality assurance focuses on the portability, usability, reusability, error control, maintainability and correctness. Portability, the developed product must be portable. Software quality assurance team focuses on that. Portability means it will portable in every Portability means it will be handled in every operating system. It must be portable. कोई भी यूजर किसी भी सिस्टम पे इसको यूज कर सके. यूजेबिलिटी, हम इसको यूजेबिलिटी हम इसको इजिली वी कैन यूज दैट. ओके, रीयूजेबिलिटी की कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स आर देयर. एरर कंट्रोल भी होना चाहिए. मेंटेनेबिलिटी, हम इसको इजीली क्या करें, मेंटेन कर सकें. और करेक्टेडनेस, यानी जो डेवलप प्रोडक्ट इज कंप्लीट एंड करेक्ट इन नेचर. Okay, so these are the some characteristics of software quality assurance. So thank you for the today lecture. We will discuss another topic of the software engineering in another lecture.